What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We survived Snowmageddon. We're here. We made it. Just barely. As you can see, I found out the hard way. I'm getting older. Was trying to surf on the sled, playing in the snow, and fell, tore my rotator cuff. So, down for a little while, but we're going to be okay. Still got to live life. So, what we got going on today is, as y'all saw in the last video, got the old work truck back going, but got to do a little maintenance to it. Gonna get the oil changed in it today because it hadn't been changed in a while. I think I've only changed it one time since I've owned the truck, but truck's only got 3,000 miles on it that I've put on it. So even though I've had it for 2 years, don't drive it that often. But we're gonna do something a little different with the oil. Typically, these 5.3s, they take 5W30, but she's an old girl. She's got a lot of miles on her. She kind of picked up a tick. She's so we're gonna put some 10W30 in there and see if that little thick of oil fixes the problem. And if it don't, oh well, it is what it is. We're gonna put her in there anyways because I done bought it. And then also the idler arm and the pitman arm on the steering, she got some slack in her. When you're driving, you're doing this number. And so we're going to fix that today too, if I can. Depends if the old arm's going to let me, the shoulder rather. And I can still got some movement in it. I just got to be careful with the up and down motion. That's the problem. So we'll see what we can get done. And that's the plan. Get this thing all back in tip-top shape because even though she's an old girl, I like her. She drives good. Insurance is cheap. Got a new tag. $27. Can you believe that? $27. I mean, that's cheap. That's cheap enough right there. So we're gonna get her all fixed up, get her going again, and yeah, get her back on the road. So let's get started. All right. So before I crawl under the truck, here is the pitman arm that I bought. And here is the idler arm bracket and idler arm. And I believe that's it. So, in case y'all are wondering what flavor this is, Amazon.com flavor. I don't know what the brand is. I have no idea what the brand is. I literally just went on Amazon, read the reviews, tried to see what everybody else got, and I was like, that's good enough. But before we put it on the truck, we do have to put these together, and I thought it'd be a lot easier to probably do this not up under the truck. So what we got to do, here's the idler arm, and how it works is this bolts onto there like so, and then this is what goes through the steering rod or what have you on your truck. So I figured we'd bolt it all together here, but it's also got some little old grease fittings, alamites, we got to put on. You can see right there, it's got where you can put an alamite in there, so we're going to do that. Shoot a little grease in there. It came with some grease in it, but I don't know how much or how good it is. I've got some grease, so we'll put these alamites in, and then we'll grease her up. So go ahead and get that done and go from there. Let's see. I don't even know much about all this stuff. Probably should have gave it a goog, but we'll figure it out. Let's see here. There we go. Come on, get started. Where's that Alumite go there? Can't tell. There's not really any instructions here on how this goes together. This one has an Alumite there, so I would imagine this Alumite goes there. Or does it matter? Probably be easier to service if it was on top, I would think. But you don't want to go in there. I don't want to try to get it. I just don't want to get started. I'll have to crank on it. See if I can get a wrench. I don't know if I got one that small or not. Maybe. Will that work? No, smaller than that. That's an 8. I don't know if I got a wrench smaller than that. Let's see here. That's a 9. Hot dog. I got a 6. It's bigger than a 6. What is this? Must be a 7. And watch, I ain't gonna have a 7. What is that? Nope. What is that? Nope. Well, I guess the guy don't have a 7. Or is it like a quarter, maybe? Nope. What was that? It's kind of hard doing all this looking for stuff when you're one-handed. Let's see if I got a ratchet. Do I have a ratchet socket? I bet it's going to be a quarter. A hot dog. That'll work. What is that? It's a 7. Okay. All right. Again. So that one I can do by hand. There we go. And then it's got this screw. I'll put it right there. That is probably bigger than a 7. Yeah, it looked bigger than a 7. Probably had 8 mil. Yeah. 8 mil. Okay. Got those in there. Woo! This gets harder than I thought it was going to be one-handed. So now we got to put this in here. So I think the way this thing bolts in my truck, it's like that. I think. Or is it built like that? Let me go look real quick. So it goes in the truck like that. So that means this arm has to go on here like that. Well, like that. Just like that. So what we might do is just kind of loosely put this on here for now. And, you know, we can move it around, do what we need to do. Let's see what size that is. Probably pull out the Big Daddy. We'll start with 3/4 tray. Nope. I don't know if I'm gonna have a socket that big. I do have a croissant. Just get a little snug on there for now, and then once we get it on the truck and get it bolted in, then I can really tighten it down. Right now I'm just trying to get it kind of put together to make my life a little easier. Let's get my grease gun. Hopefully it works. Just like every grease gun on this earth, it leaks. Whew, that's dirty. Let's see here. Where is a rag when a guy needs one? You know what? We'll just use this glove. There we go. Pushed a little bit out just to clean her up. These gloves probably need a little grease, a little lube anyways. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get this put on. Pump some grease in. That's what I thought. Needs to be pushed on. Okay. I don't know how much grease these things actually take, but I gave it a couple squirts. Grease is shooting out the bottom, so I say that's good. All right. Tell you what, let me go get a rag. That'll make my life a lot easier. I'll be right back. All right. Couldn't find a rag. Found an old sock with a hole in it. It'll do the same. You want to try to get some of this grease off, but this stuff ends up everywhere. I'm talking everywhere. All right. Okay. All right. Let's try to put some more in this one. On this one here, when I put grease in, it started coming out the backside, so I know it's full. This one, I don't see any grease coming out anywhere, so I don't know if it's actually full or not. So let's go ahead and pump some more in it. Rather be on the safe side. Get enough in there. Let's see if we can do it. It's kind of tough one-handed, fellas. Take care of your body. It seems to be going in there pretty easily. I don't see it coming out anywhere yet. Y'all see it coming out anywhere? No? Okay, we'll keep going. Getting kind of stiff. Maybe it's filling up. I don't know. There we go. I see grease coming out. Oh. Does that boot already got a hole in it? What? You know what? I'm going to put this back on for now. Oh, that's not cool. It's like where this boot was joined together. It's already got a freaking hole in it. Well, I'm still putting it on because it's better than what's on it. I'll just have to check it periodically, make sure it's got grease in it. Alright, so she's full of grease. It's always a good sign. Now, let's see if I can figure out what size bolt this is. Did I get that right on the first try? It's a 19. I'm assuming that's probably what's on the truck. And we'll get it off. So, let me go check that, and then I'll bring you guys over. Alright guys, we are under the truck now. Sorry about the camera angle. It's about the best I can do. But this right here is what we're trying to get off. There's 2 bolts right there, and then there's one back in there I gotta get. Now, I did my measuring, and it's a 22 mil. And I am really hoping that this Ryobi small impact is good enough to get them bolts out, because if I got to do it by hand, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. So, we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to try to get these off first, because those are probably going to be the hardest. And I'll deal with the other ones. You know, the other one ought to be pretty easy. So, let's see if I can get it off. Put this thing in reverse. Come on. Whoop. You good? Y'all good? We're good? Alright, we're good. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can set y'all back up. Come on. Alright. This may not work. I may have to just bring y'all back once I get it out. Because, the old camera don't want to set in here very good. So, let me, hunch on this thing for a minute. And then once I get it out, I'll bring it back and show y'all what it looks like. Alright guys, it has been like 3 hours since y'all saw me last. That idler arm has fought me tooth and nail for like 3 hours. I got creative. I made homemade tools, broke them. I did everything I could to get that idler arm out of that center steering arm or tie rod arm, whatever you want to call it. It was pressed in there and I could not get it out. And so I had to accept defeat. I went to town, rented. I didn't buy it. I rented a Pitman arm puller and got it off in like 1 minute. I wish I would have done that to begin with, but I want to show y'all this idler arm and why I needed to pull it off, how bad it was. So, oh yeah, and as you can see, I don't have my sling on anymore because my arm was getting in the way all like this, and it hurts. My doctor told me never to take the sling off, but I did anyways. I'm going to regret it tomorrow. I can already feel it. But it is what it is. I had to get it done. I done beat on the end of it so bad the threads were all messed up. I had to take it off. So, but anyways, here's the old one right here. As you can see, it's the old idler arm and the bracket. And I mean, I don't know how much y'all can see that. The thing was messed up, and this thing is tightened all the way down as much as it'll go. It just had that much play in it from being old and wore out. And same here with this joint. I mean, this joint, I should not be able to move it with my hand, but you can see it's got play in it. It spins freely. It shouldn't do all that. It should be kind of tight, and this thing was just wore out. So I went ahead and got the new one in, and it's all buttoned up, bolted in, all that good stuff's good and tight. While I was down there, I went ahead and checked the Pitman arm because I do have one. It came with the kit. Pitman arm's fine. It's in good shape, still good and tight. And I don't know if y'all can hear them chickens or not. They're all, what do you want? What do you want? Rah, 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 rah. Anyways, Pitman arm's still good and tight. So, what do y'all want? I'm trying to talk to the people. Yep. Rah, 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 rah. All right. I don't know. They must be just wanting to hang out. But Pitman arm's all good and tight. There's grease fittings all up under there. I went ahead and greased all that up, so that's good to go. So, the steering debacle, we should be good. Everything's good now. I hadn't test drove it yet. I want to change the oil in it. So, let's do that next. Get the oil all changed. And I also have some tail lights. I don't know if I'm going to put the tail lights in today because the tail lights that are in it are LEDs. And I'm going back to the regular stockies. I like the way the stockies look. So I'm going to put them in, but it may not be today. It may be another day. So we'll just have to see how we get time-wise. But let's change the oil. All right. Let's see. Get this thing set up. Catch the oil. And on tight. Yep. I can't ever remember. Are these... Is this old plug a 13 or a 14 or a 15? That is a 15. I believe that's what it is. It ain't a 13. It ain't 14. It's a 15. 15. I always forget. Alright, where's my ratchet? Let's see here. There's my ratchet. I'll have to ditch the hat. Okay. Let me move that until I get this thing going. Take it out. Oh, other way. There we go. Get that thing about right there. See if I can get that oil out. Is it loose enough I can do it with my hand? Nope. The plug ain't real loose. That's not good. Hey. Huh? Okay, hold on 1 second. Huh? I'm filming, changing this oil.
Oh, am I gonna be on there?
Yeah, you're talking. It's on.
You can't hit that out.
I don't want to. Huh? Well, folks, as y'all can hear, Emily's out here. It's my birthday today. They made me a cake. So we may have to take a little break. But I'll be in there in just a minute, Emily. All right. Getting the oil drained. Let me get my pliers and we'll get that filter tray off. Yeah, I might have some pliers. Let me go get them. Chicken, gone. See if I can get that filter off. Tell you, these chickens, they're like little children. They'll follow you around. What? I know it. Don't spill. Here we go. Come on, filter. She's trying to turn. Maybe I need to flip them. No, I need to go this way.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Where's Mama?
I don't know. I'll be in there in a minute. Come on, filter. Oh, it's hard to do this when you can only put a little bit of pressure on one arm. All right, babe, I'll be in there in a minute. Yes, ma'am. Macy's telling me I gotta come inside. Come on, filter. You would think as many times as I've done this, I would have done bought a filter wrench by now. But nope. Still rocking the pliers. Oh, come on. Why won't you come off? I know I'm turning you the right way. Sometimes you just gotta sit here for a minute. Yeah, that's right. Why won't you come off? Come on, buddy. Don't you wanna have a new home in the trash can? I don't understand why you're on so tight. Come on. May have to go get a hammer and poke a hole in it and try to grab it. There she goes. There she goes. Come. Come. There we go. All right. Now, here's the new one. We'll see if I can put a little oil in it before I stick it on there. Just so it won't be totally dry when I crank it the first time. I was trying not to do that. Come on. My hands are slippery. I need my bag. Maybe I should. Right. There we go. Got that going. Get this plug in. Wipe it off. Alright. Alright. Okay. To get that filter on good and tight. And then we gonna be done up under here. Alright. Had to use my bad arm. I can still grip and all good. It's just the up and down movement of that rotator cuff that really hurts. Definitely gonna regret this tomorrow. Okay. I think it's all good. Is the thing leaking? All right. They say just get these things hand tight, so that's what I'm trying to do. Just use my hands and just get it as tight as I can with my hand. I think that's about as tight as it's gonna get. Tell you what, we'll give it just one quick just oomph with the wrench just to make sure, but not real tight. I don't want to get it too tight. But I also don't want it to fall off. Okay, I think that's tight enough. All right, so not tight. I wasn't putting much pressure on it, but it's not gonna fall off either. So, all right, we're done down here. I'm gonna walk inside real quick, take a break, let the girl sing happy birthday to me, and then we'll be back out here and we'll fill her up with oil. Alrighty, I'm back. Just went and ate some cake. Let the girls sing happy birthday to me. Cake was pretty good. Emily and the girls made a homemade strawberry cake from scratch. Strawberry cake's my favorite. And they got in there. They've been making one all morning from scratch, and pretty good. Pretty good. I must say, she's getting better at cooking. So, all right, back to changing oil. Got everything buttoned up down there. So, see if we can get this in here without spilling it. There we go. I'm running some 10W30, which is a little bit thicker than what they say you're supposed to use. I think you're supposed to use 5W30, but look, she's got 350,000 miles on her. All right. I think it's going to be all right. So we're going to run a little bit thicker. Plus down here, I live in the southern part of the United States, so it's a little bit warmer. Hoping this is going to help with some of that valve noise and stuff I hear. So let me get the other quart. All right. Put the rest of it in there. STP. Cheap. Well, it's cheapest they had at the store I went to, so. High mileage. Over 75,000 miles. I think we beat that by, what, 275,000 miles? So I think it's good. We'll use it. Let me get a funnel. I don't want to spill any of this. You know, this stuff is worth gold now. You don't want to spill it. I think this funnel will work. There we go. The old girl, I believe, takes 6 quarts, if I remember. I put one in it. Yeah, I put some in that filter down there. And we're going to put the rest in the top. Ooh. Guzzle it up, little girl. I should say old lady. 02. She's an old girl. Still runs good. Come on, take the oil. Don't think I'm gonna make it to getting the tail lights done today. May have to do that another day, but I do got one more thing I want to try to get done before I gotta quit. Emily and the girls want to take me out to eat tonight, so I got about an hour and a half more, and then I'll have to stop. So we'll play it by ear. But this truck, believe it or not, for an 02, does have cruise control. And when I bought the truck, the cruise control worked. And then one day it just quit working. And I was told that it could be a plethora of things, but the cheapest thing to start with is the brake light switch or brake control switch that's under the dash. It's like $20. And it actually is a common for these things to go out. So while I was buying the oil here, I said, hey, y'all got a switch for an 02 GMC? And he said, by golly, I do. So we're going to put that in too. From what I've seen on YouTube, it seems pretty easy to put in. So we're going to see. I also thought that idle alarm was going easy, but here we are 3 hours later getting it done. So, all right. 6 quarts down the tap. Should be good. All right. Put that back on. Come on. This cat, man. Nothing's been wanting to fit right today. And I'm having to tighten everything on my left hand. Alright. Got that done. Let me show y'all that brake switch real quick. And we'll get it in. And then we'll fire this girl up and take her for a test drive. Oh, alright. So, this brake switch, this is what the part that I'm talking about. Ta-da! Looks like that. And this supposedly controls your brake lights, your cruise control. You know when you tap the brakes and your cruise cuts off? If this thing ain't working properly, then your cruise won't work. So, we're going to replace it. Should be pretty easily, I hope. I think I need some tools. Let me see what I got to have. Take them off. Move the seat back. Let me see. Oh, the bad shoulder. Oh. So, This may be a little more complicated than I thought. Let's see. Alright, bolts on somehow. I think. Or it's got a clip. I feel a clip. Is there a bolt in there? Huh. Alright, this may take a minute. Figure out how this goes. I don't see how a bolt could be anywhere. I don't know. I may have to Google how it fits in there. It's kind of in a weird spot. Okay, let me get some tools. I'll be right back. Alright, just watched a quick YouTube video on how to do this. I got it. Got it. So there's not actually a screw or anything. It's just a clip. Oh, let me get back in here. Oh, y'all good? Sorry. Oh.
Me. I could do it. I did it.
Got it back on. Push this back in. Okay. I think it's in. Let's see. All right, guys. It's the next day. Just got out of church. Look, yesterday when I got done putting that brake light switch in, my shoulder was just absolutely on fire. It was hurting bad. I pretty much turned the camera off of that because after I got done putting the brake light switch in because I was hurting so bad. And I did do a little bit more work to the truck, but it took me so long. Just kind of, I would do a little bit and stop, do a little bit and stop, and I had to get Emily to help me because my arm was just killing me. That's why I'm got the sling back on today because I mean, I knew I was going to regret taking it off, but I had to get under the truck, and I had to get those things done to yesterday because this weekend, well, Monday actually, so tomorrow, we got to actually take Emily's truck, Tahoe, and put it in the shop to get some paint fixed. We had her vehicle for Christmas as a Christmas gift. I got her vehicle repainted. It's got a couple spots that got to be touched up. So while her vehicle is in the shop getting that done, she's going to be driving my truck. I want to make sure everything's in working order. There's nothing wrong with it. Everything's good to go. So that's why I really needed to get those things done. But got the idler arm and everything put on. Everything's good there. Y'all saw that. Put the brake switch on. The whole reason why I did that was for cruise control. It was a shot in the dark. Cruise control still don't work. So still troubleshooting that. But I did end up getting the lights put in. My tail lights that I told y'all about. So let me show y'all the lights that I took out of it so y'all can see what they look like, and then I'll show you the new ones. Okay, so these are the tail lights that were in the truck when I bought it. As you can see, had LEDs. Kind of cool, pretty cool. They had a little bit of damage to them, but not too bad. Well, these LED lights, the guy I bought it from, I think he said he put these in back in like 2010 or something like that. And so some of those bulbs, some of those LED bulbs had quit working. I don't know, there's probably 30 or so in there. Only about half of them were working anymore. But I ended up yesterday afternoon pulling out those tail lights, and I got the stock headlights, or the stock looking headlights, to put back in it, and I'll show you guys what those look like. And I didn't film it or anything, because like I said, Emily was helping me out, and I was kind of having to go in and out of doing it because my shoulder was hurting pretty bad, and I had to run back to the store a couple times to get bulbs, that kind of thing, because there wasn't any bulbs when we pulled those LEDs out. So, but I think it turned out pretty nice. Let me show y'all what it looks like. So that is with the stock taillights back in it. I think they look pretty freaking good, personally. And it's just back with the old school bulbs and everything. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I like the stock look. Look, I'm not the kind of guy who likes a big jacked up truck or anything like that. But just look at that truck. I know she's an old girl, but by gosh, that's a good looking truck for a 2002 model. She looks pretty dang good. And it's still in pretty good shape. Even though she's got a lot of miles on her. she still looks pretty good. Of course, I've done a lot of stuff to it over time, but look at her shining. Hot dang. There's a truck right there. Looking good. And the inside still looks pretty good too, for what it is. Got the door open. So, still in pretty good shape. Of course, y'all have seen the inside of this truck a couple times in prior videos, but front seats have been redone. Of course, we did the headliner last year. I think it was last year. But, I mean, look, for what it is, still pretty nice on the inside. If I could just get the cruise to work. I think I'm going to have to replace the cruise switch there. I think that's the problem. Can't think of anything else it could be. But, tell you what, man, we're going to keep this thing on the road as long as we can. She is pretty nice. Got to go get a front end alignment done on the front of it, just since we replaced that idler arm. But want to make sure that's all taken care of. But after that, shoot, she'll be ready to go. So got all that taken care of, and that way the girls can have a safe vehicle to ride around in while the old Tahoe is getting a couple paint spots fixed. Paint shop did a great job. Look, it was wintertime, humidity, all that kind of stuff messes with paint. There's a couple places on the bumper just didn't stick very well, so they said, hey, look, when y'all's schedules get less busy and that kind of thing, they're like, bring it back, we'll fix it. So we're finally at that point, so we're going to get that taken care of, and they're going to drive my truck in the meantime. So got all that squared away, and look, due to my shoulder, I don't know when or how many projects I'm going to be able to finish. I've got a lot going on. Y'all have seen the stuff we've been working on with the land and cutting trees and all that behind the mobile home. And I've gotten to where I'm almost done. But kind of due to this, I'm kind of at a standstill unless I can get somebody over here to do it for me. So anyways, don't know when you're going to see that again. Yeah, we'll just have to kind of see how this whole process goes with my shoulder. I've got another appointment on the 26th, like 3 or 4 weeks from now, and that is going to determine whether I'm going to have surgery or not. So fun times. But hey, there it is. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for the support. If you like the videos, hit that subscribe button. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. And let you know every time I upload. You can see all the videos that I've done in the past. And like I said, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see you next time.